Welcome back. Corvair build, part 14. I titled this one Metal Flake. So right in front of me we have the Tropical Glitz, Metal Flake, as you can see right here in its glory. Wonder if I could play around. Right now I set up the camera in the top view angles you could see. Uh, Trying to play around with the lighting as well. But before we get started, like always, gotta make sure that the sound check is on point. So let me go ahead and check it here real quick before we continue on. There we go. All right. So from the last video, what's up, Armando? Where we left off was we were talking about the metal flake. It's already mixed up right here. It's ready to go. Let me bring down the parts that I have. I kind of wanted to talk to you guys before I get started and also finish up my coffee. I'm drinking some coffee right here. Cheers to you guys. I don't know if you guys are enjoying a beer, relaxing. You know, we're getting close to Friday. Hey, what up, Slowly Models? What's up, man? Thank you for joining. Had a fun day today. Met up with Armando. Man, I'm so excited. He blessed me with some things. He let us borrow some stuff that later we're gonna be previewing later, some things this week, and then so forth. So there's a lot of content, a lot of things that are gonna be coming forward. And it just makes everything very exciting. You know, things to look forward to. I also started to look at my flights as well for the Atlanta show. So that's another thing too. And I've been talking about it, but I feel like I've been sleeping. I haven't been buying any tickets or anything. And I'm like, you know what? Today's the last day of July 31st. Tomorrow, August 1st. The rent is due. The mortgage is due. You know what I mean? So we got to get on it. Next thing it's gonna be October, and I'll be getting ready to go on this trip. So I got to get all set up. You know what I mean? And let's see here, guys. So I'm just kind of setting up some of the things that I'm gonna be wanting to flake today. And here we have the interior. I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do with the interior, and I think most likely what's gonna end up happening. Hey, what's up, George? Thank you for joining. I'm gonna just be spraying out the whole interior, right? With the metal flake, getting it all on the package tray, the center console, everything. It's just gonna go in there. Later, when I put a different material at the bottom here, and the seats go in, it's gonna cover up all these areas. So mainly where you're gonna be seeing is like the center and all this here, and even like the side panels right there. Mm. As far as this part, it's gonna be going right here too. So this is gonna get flaked as well. The back of these seats are gonna be flaked as well. So I have to prep these, put them like on a little alligator clip, alligator clip right there. So that way these are in position. So when I'm getting ready to flake, I'm not really too worried. This is the bottom. I'm not too worried about that. It's gonna be primarily all this that you see in the silver. That's mostly what I'm going to want to have flaked out right there. And these seats right here, these are the back seats. I'm not gonna be touching any of these. These are gonna be tucked away, so I'm not gonna mess with those right there. I'll put those away. Sorry, guys. All right. As far as the body, that's the next subject. We got the body right here. I'm doing a lot of thinking, and I mean, it's already telling me like flake the roof. It's been telling me that. It's been talking to me like flake. You know, I want the roof flaked. Been thinking about the sides too. Like, what else should I flake? It would be very easy if I just decided to flake the whole car, right? Completely. I know that's possible. It would need a lot of clear, obviously, to bury everything. So then I kept thinking like, man, what if I would flake maybe this whole bottom panel right here, and then leave this other panel not flake, just leave it Orion silver right here. Flake the roof, you flake the top, like the trunk and the hood there. The same for this part. Leave this unflaked and then this bottom part to be flaked. Been thinking about that right there. Just so this way I have some texture down here with flake, and up here we don't, and then we have texture again with flake as well. You know, um, and kind of go from there. I know there was a previous build I had done. I kind of did the opposite where this part here was flaked and then this wasn't, you know. But I kind of now want to do that in reverse. So that's something that I want to do, and in order to do that, I need to cut some tape. I need to backmask some areas. Pretty much all I've got to backmask is this area right here. Make sure I cover that up so no flake gets in there, and also in this area. So I need to do that first. That's what I need to get started with in order to like flake everything at the same time, and get it done. This is probably what takes time, is just getting that ready. We already have the flake already mixed up here. Let's open it up. Let's see how it is. Let's shake it up real quick. Let's see how everything's going right here. All right. So this is the Tamiya jar. Keeps it nice and sealed. Let's see how it is, guys. There you have it. Nice and sparkly. I could already smell the fumes. Right here. It's all House of Color. Except for the flake. That is Tropical Glitz. Right there. But it's already mixed up. I will be pouring this inside to this bottle right here. I hope this ain't clogged. Hope not. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out right here. This is the bottle I always use when I flake. It's been a while since the last time I used it. Checked it out right there. Yeah, I wonder if it's clogged. We're gonna find out. I mean, if it is, I'll have to bust out another one. I do have another one that I could break out with, but we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna find out together if this is gonna work. And then this is gonna be mounted onto this piece right here. That's gonna be the setup right here. So we're gonna make it happen, guys. Bam, right there. So just hang out for a bit. Grab yourselves, you know, beer, some coffee, water, whatever you guys, or tea, whatever you guys are into. Go for it. We're gonna get started in a little bit right now. I gotta get my tape, and I think I'm gonna use this God hand cutting mat to cut my tape, because like the size of the body, I mean, it's pretty much the like a good length for this bit right here. And regarding tape, I have this FBS tape right here, this green tape. I normally use the green tape, but this FBS one dropped. Let me pull out the other green tape that I have. I just need to pull it off of this drawer real quick. Hold on, guys. See, this is the thing I like now with the mic, is that I can just walk away from the table, and I don't have to worry about the sound as far as it being captured. Because I know for sure it's capturing it right there. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys a couple of other tapes, so you guys could see what I've used and what we have because I do have other sizes as well. I have a lot of tape. So let's start with the FBS. Here we go. These are two tapes that are in two different sizes. I believe this is the 1 inch and this is the 2 inch size tape. Both FBS. I got these maybe like a year ago. I mean, there's so much tape here. This will last me a long, long time, right? Um, for this project, I'm definitely going to be going with the smaller size as opposed to the big because I don't need that much tape. This is green tape by 3M. This is more what we're used to. This is what Armando introduced to me as far as using cutting out for patterns, tape lines, and all that. This was the tape that I saw him use, and he started to show me like how it's done. Um, I later, you know, I acquired like a small size, and then I got this size. This one will last you a long time. You could always just cut out your piece, lay it down, use your ruler, and then just cut, which I'll demo in a bit. So these tapes here, I got these at Coast Airbrush. You can check out their website, coastairbrush.com. This is where I found them, directly from them. And later, during the pandemic, there was a shortage of these tapes. So a lot of custom painters couldn't find these, and if you could, they were very expensive. So then after that, what ended up happening is something happened with 3M that they just could not produce them. Like they just weren't coming out at all. So later, you know, FBS decided to come out with their very own, as an answer and also another option. So you can kind of tell the difference in the color. Look at the color, even like the material, you know. They do the same thing. I mean, they I also have other tapes like the yellow tape. The yellow tape is really strong, the stickiness on that. This is really good. I've never experienced where like it ends up peeling my work or anything like that. Like nothing too crazy. It works pretty good. So let's see here, guys. So I'm gonna be needing for this my hobby knife, and let me get my ruler out as well because I know I'm gonna need that. Keep it here in my case with all my tools. Did any of you guys check out the interview with Jarvis Malone? His was the latest podcast this week. That was a I had a great time. It was an awesome podcast. Um, Jarvis was a great guest. I just had a good time with them. I mean, just him explaining, you know, his perspective, his experience with building models and everything, and to be able to just talk to him and showcase some of the things that he had in his collection was awesome. Um, Mars Garage, what's up, man? What up? Thanks for joining us, dude. Let's see. I need to grab a brand new blade here for this. So let me break out a new one. I have a bunch of them right here. Yeah, so the newest episode is up on the here on YouTube, but also if you're on if you use like Apple Podcast or Spotify, it's on there as well. So I pretty much already uploaded that episode everywhere else. So that's already official. So this tomorrow we're gonna announce who's gonna be the next guest for this upcoming podcast on Tuesday, and we're gonna be interviewing. Uh, he goes by Big Bad Dad's Garage in Katsu. We're gonna be interviewing him. He's from Hawaii, so I got to meet him. Was it like a not this year, last year in person at the NNL West at the pizza party? He was there, so I got to meet him there. That was dope. And just seeing his work all these years has been amazing. I was just like, man, this guy's dope, and he's such a cool and nice guy. Big Moon Ice fan. He was out there in Japan as well for the Moon Ice show. So he he's someone that travels. You know, he's very passionate about model building and stuff. So, you know, I've been meaning to know more of his story. You know, I want to know more. Uh, you know, like how he got into the whole thing and everything. I feel like that would be an awesome way to get to know him, and just to also, for those that have not seen any of his work, introduce people to his stuff right there. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, so let me use this tape right here, and let's see. Let me see if I might need to move this camera back so I could get a bit comfortable here. All right. Dang, so Friday already coming up. We're just hours away from Friday. All right. Yeah, next week, man, I have like a whole week off of work. We're gonna be closed at work. So my parents are going on vacation, and I mean, I'll still be working, doing stuff as far as you know, operating the website, ScaleRiders.com. So if there's like orders that come in, I gotta fulfill them. So that's always fun doing that. Regarding um, you know, for my family's business, I mean, they're gonna be out in vacation, so I won't be doing anything like that. I mean, if anything, just kind of monitoring what happens after, like if there's any other orders like that. But I'm gonna have a lot of free time in my hand, and I know a lot of the times when I get free times like this, what's up, Francisco? I'm always like, I gotta make plans, you know. I gotta sort out like what am I gonna do Monday, what am I gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. My daughter's gonna be in her summer camp in school, so I know for sure that I'm gonna have to, you know, after I drop her off, I'm gonna be free to do my thing, you know. But after that, you know, at a certain time, I got to get back because I got to pick her up from school. So there's gonna be a nice window of opportunity to do stuff, and that's kind of like something I got to do. All right, guys. So check it out. I laid down the tape. I just wanted to cut my edges here to clean it up, right? I know we got this little slant right here, but it's all good. It's all good. So we're cutting this right here and right here, and let's see. We're gonna use this ruler. I mean, you could use any ruler, but I always recommend like a metal ruler, right? You get a nice cut. I have this other one. Let me see where I left it from the other. Oh, here it is from the other stream. This one right here. I have this little tiny one. This one comes in handy. I know I got this one a long time ago at like Michael's, and then I believe I got this one at Hobby Lobby, metal one. There's a Hasegawa one I just obtained that we have in the online store. It's see-through, transparent plastic, but the edge is metal. And I'm tempted to get it like later, not right now, but later I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna start using it. But this one here, I like it because of the length, right? So all right, so check it out, guys. If you guys have not cut tape before or whatever, so with this, I mean, it doesn't have to be a tiny little line like here, like a little hair. You know, if anything, is gonna probably be maybe like let's just do like a millimeter at least right here, just so we could kind of play with to lay down, just so we could mask that little area right there. Then I use the knife to pick up the tape, and I have my first little strip right here. Boom, cut. And let's go for the next one. So right here, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm just like, all right, I think this is what it'll do, you know. Think this is what it is. I mean, it doesn't got to be exact, but I'm just kind of eyeballing it. All right. Cool. I'm gonna cut a couple more. I know I'm gonna need a couple more for the bottom parts right there, right? Um I'm gonna take the model off the little stand in a bit, the Tamiya stand, and I'm gonna start playing with it, laying down a little bit of tape. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting out these small strips because this is what I want to do is do the outline to backmask, and then once I have the outline, then I'll start to kind of see like how much what do you call it, tape I would need to fill in the inside, and you guys will see that in a bit right now. So I use a brand new blade on here, this ruler. Now I'm gonna just set this aside right here. I'm also gonna need scissors. I'm gonna be using these ones here. These, the reason why I use these ones is because my friend Juana Mesca uses these ones right here. I mean, he has a bunch of tiny, like different ones. You guys need to check him out. He does a lot of Hot Wheels, a lot of different styles, die casts. He's done model cars, everything. But man, this dude, like when I would see him, the tiniest tape lines he would cut out and everything. And then I started using these kind of scissors. He even uses these little tiny ones. I saw one time he was using these little, and I was like, damn, these look dope. Like he was just barely cutting the tape. I'm like, where'd you get those? And then I think he got them at where did you get them? I don't know if it was Burbank House of Hobbies or somewhere. He got them at a hobby store, and I was like, oh, I gotta get them. So I ended up picking up a set. I rarely use them though, but I think it was just, you know, just to have. I go, man, if he's killing and he's using that, why not? I gotta get these too. Maybe one day. But what I like about this one is that right here they get a little tapered and then they curve or whatever. So, all right, let's get the model now. Let's get this out right here. So this car has been painted. I'm not worried about touching it or whatever. Like, you know, I already washed my hands. Everything's all good. This paint works really well, the House of Color paint. So I'm gonna get my first piece of tape right here, and then here, let me set this stuff aside over here. All right, guys. So let's see. Get a hold right here. So I'm gonna backmask what I don't want to be flaked, basically. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna try not to look at the camera. I'm gonna just focus on this right now. I'm hoping it captures it because I want you guys to see what I'm doing right here. So with my left hand, I'm pulling on the tape, right? And you see how it's on top of my fingers? I don't know, just naturally, I just have it on top of my fingers right there. With this finger here, I start to kind of run my finger along the edge of the tape, adjusting and eyeballing it right here, making sure that I'm getting closer to the edge, staying like right at the edge, not too under and not too high. Trying to get it as close. I mean, sometimes it's hard, but if I mess up, I could always pull the tape back and redo it. That's what I love about this tape. You can keep going and going. I'll check the chat in a bit if you guys have any questions. Because right now my eyes are just focused on this right here. Let's see, we're gonna do this part right here. Now we're going over the door. And this took time, guys. I didn't learn this overnight. Um, Armando Flores made it easier for me though. Like just from seeing him doing it over and over, and asking like 100 questions, that was like him breaking it down was just one of those things, you know, that just made a lot of sense. It took time, trial and error, and little by little, just kind of doing it up. But this tape though is what you guys need for sure. In case if you don't have it, I'll get to explain why in a bit. But let's examine it so far. All right, guys. So check it out. So I started right here. I left a little bit out. I can always trim that later with those scissors. And then I'm just trying to see if here, I might have to fix this part right here. Right there. Okay. Yo, what up, man? Yeah, man. I'll stay tuned, bro. Right here. All right. So I kind of see something right here. Let me go back from this angle. Yeah, I need to fix it right here. Right here, it starts to dip in just a little bit. I don't know if it gets it right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, man. The what up, Raven? The tape I'm using is this one right here. It's the 3M. It says Scotch. Write down that number 233 plus. I believe this is a 2-inch size. They also make it in a 3-inch. Let me pull this out real quick, and I'm gonna reapply it from a different angle right here. It's not that it has to be perfect. It really doesn't. But I'm just trying to like see visually. 'Cause I know this is like where it's starting off. Bam. Let me review it. It looks more uniform. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. All right. So I'm gonna leave these ones sticking out. I'm gonna leave this one sticking out like this too. Yeah, man, you're welcome. Now let's get the next piece that I cut out. Let's take that one out. And now let's see. Because I see right here that point where it breaks right here. I'm just trying to see what would be best. Maybe if I go this way, so I could visually see it better. Now I'm gonna cross it. The tapes, lay one over the other. I'm gonna get it as close to the edge where the fender begins and where it starts to bend or bend. I don't even know if that's even the proper word. Let's see. Yeah, let's go right there. I'm happy. And you want to hold with your left hand the tape, stretch it, but not too much where it's gonna rip, but just enough where it's like straight. And then this finger from your right, I mean the thumb, the right thumb, you're kind of sliding it, like you're moving it forward as you're pulling. It'll start to come natural as you're going. It's weird, like um as you start to because I could be telling you this and you're like, wait, what the heck? But then over time, man, it just naturally your fingers just start doing it. I'm taking my time right now, like just to show you guys. I mean, dang, once people have it down, they're fast with it. Like they get real crazy with it. All right. So check it out. Let's go back. Let's review. So we started right there, and then it goes all the way to the back. So now the same thing needs to happen on this side right here, right there. So for now, I'm just gonna push these in right here like that. And then this one, push this one right here. All right. We already cut the two. After I apply these two, then I'm gonna cut more tape. And now we're gonna fill this in right here pretty much. And then we're gonna do the same for the other side. But let me take a sip out of my coffee real quick right here. And I got the mug. Man, I need to print an official like ScaleRiders mug. I'm sleeping right there. All right. Let's see. All right, cool. Let's all right, we're gonna start from the front. Get the next piece right here. Yeah, so I'm just laying tape right over Orion Silver Max. That's that House of Color paint. Let me redo right there. Yeah, so the rest of the body is gonna be exposed to flake, and that's what I want to achieve tonight. That's the goal of tonight's video or live stream right now, is to wrap this up right here, just tape up this section, and I want to shoot some flake for you guys to see how I do it, and then once it's done, we're not gonna paint like candy or anything tonight. That'll be for the next segment. Right now, the focus is on this tape and shooting the flake right there. What up, Steve? Go for it, painting. What up? Thank thank you guys. Good seeing you guys tonight. And also, one of the reasons why I wanted to protect or not flake like this section is because if I have this detail right here where the antennas are going to be sticking out, I want to showcase that part because I feel like if I flake it, I'm going to end up pretty much burying that. It's going to look odd, like you're going to see two antennas just sticking out, and it's just going to be like where are they coming out of, and that little detail like won't even come out. It's like, dang, you know Scale Model Works, what's up, man? Yeah, man, my pleasure, bro. My pleasure. Thank you for you guys for tuning in, man, and supporting for sure. Let's see. Oh, Mars Garage, you had asked me in the chat, is your store online only? And then yeah, it's only online, bro. Um, back then when I was like the first year of starting the online business, I was so pumped to actually like look for a location to rent to make it into like a physical store and everything. And obviously, I mean, this is like right after the pandemic and everything. And man, stuff was just expensive, like everywhere across the board. I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And I was just starting off, so it wasn't like there wasn't I don't know. I feel like it was still too risky if I would have done it. I don't know how well the online store would have performed, or even a physical store. I mean, I think I would have made it work one way or another, even if I don't know, like have people over or something like showcases and classes or something. I know I would have thought of something, but as far as right now, I'm happy right now with the way things are working out for me right now. I probably won't be ready just because all the operations and everything I do on myself, all the packaging, the ordering, everything, the accounting, all that stuff. I think I don't know, man. Maybe in the future, it would be something that if the opportunity's there, and if I can do it up, I'll probably, you know, if everything seems right, I would probably do it. But as far as right now, like, nah, I don't think I want to commit to like a lease or anything like that right now. Let's see. All right, guys. Let me do the bottom one right here. Um, bam. All right. So now for this one, I'm gonna go in this direction because right now with the lighting, I could see with the two panels, like right here, right, like where it breaks up. I don't even know what you call that right here. I'm sorry, guys, but we're gonna lay this down right here real quick. Oh, so I was telling you guys. So next week I'm gonna have it off, right? And I'm trying to plan like all these things, like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And Monday, my doctor told me, hey, I need you to get some blood work done. You know, I'm like, all right, cool. So I gotta do that in the morning. Once I do that in the morning, then I'm free. And I'm planning on going to this computer store called Micro Center, and it's in Tustin, California, I believe, like past Anaheim area. And I'm planning on going down there to look at their PCs. I know they have a lot of gaming PCs and all that. Um, and I'm very interested in purchasing a PC or getting some info. The reason why I want to get one is not for gaming. It's gonna be for streaming. Because like right now, I'm using my phone for streaming, but I want to get something that I can use, um, like the computer. Be able to use that. So this way, I could stream and try to have like a good graphics card, a good, the RAM, the gigs, the TB, all that stuff. I want to have it legit, and that way I could hook up like a camera, something nicer, and then this way it'll make it a lot of more easier for me to plug and play and start streaming. You know, that way I could do like more tutorials, product reviews, or like product arrivals, and also when I have friends or guests come over to my place and they want to jump on the stream here at the HQ, so they can showcase something for us. All right, so check it out. I have to cut more tape to fill in this area right here. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm thinking of maybe like two little strips. And let's see, we're gonna cut one right here, like this size, and then I'll cut another one, and then I'll cut the excess off with the scissors right here. So brand new blade that I'm using. Use that to lift the tape. Cover this up. Set this side right there. All right. Yeah, and that's the one thing I like about this tape. You can stick it and like unstick it. All right, bam. There we go. So here what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it right here. Right there, right? Let me see. Ah. Let me see. Oh, what? Wait, Raven. Let me see. I saw your comment said YouTube might die soon, bro. I'm not sure if you heard, but they're planning on having people use their ID credit card to make sure. Oh, yeah. I didn't know YouTube's doing that, but you know who does that is TikTok. Um, I did it, bro. Um, I was like, I wanted to stream on TikTok like a while back, right? And I was like, man, I've had this account for a minute. I do post videos and stuff like that, promoting like products I get in and all that, right? But then I was like, my friends, like they go on the live and they kept telling me, dude, go live, go live. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not, I don't know. And then I jumped on the live, and they did have that. They said like, oh, in order for you to be live, we got to make sure you're 18 years old. You have to put your ID and all this stuff, but we use a third party to review it. And I didn't feel comfortable with the third party thing. I was like, oh, nah, I'm not going to take a picture of my driver's license and everything, and put all that info in there. So the other thing was, and then I read on like Reddit and all these other places, they were just saying like, if you want to do the live thing with them, you have to go through that process, or you could put a credit card. And if you do a credit card, there'll be a small like a transaction for I think like $1 or something like that. And then all right, so see we're getting to the end, and I'm gonna have to cut it in a bit right here. And so I ended up doing that. I was like, all right, let me try my card. I mean, what's the worst they're gonna do is like use my info, buy something. I could always reverse it. Like, I've done it before. Like if I ever get compromised, I'm always like, well, hey, like, I didn't buy that or whatever. And like I'm not really too worried about the card thing, but that would be the only way. I wouldn't put my ID though, that's for sure. I'd be like, what? All right, guys. So check it out real quick. These are the scissors I'm using for this. And right now, I'm just kind of I like that they're curved to try to get in here. You guys can see that right there. All right, better. But we'll see what's up, man. Hey, later on, Mars. Check out the video later. Maybe tomorrow it'll be able to show you. I know you were saying you wanted to learn how to do this stuff. All right, cool. But man, that's a trip. If YouTube's gonna do that, dang, that's crazy. I could see though, like some people don't want to put nothing, you know, and I can see that happening for sure. But I don't know, man. I'm just gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying to do the thing here and see what's up. Um, if anything, if some I don't know if something were to change, then I would have to see like what's another place that can be like a home base. Let's see here. So now I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little bit of silver right there being exposed. I'm just gonna mask that with the little piece right here using the tweezers. That's it right there. Cool. So that part's done. Now we got to work on this part, the front part, because we have this like sticking out right here. And let me see, guys. Yeah, so I want to go to that computer store, check it out, see what it's about, see my options, because I know you know they're gonna they have so much stuff, and I've been doing research as to what I want, what I need for what I'm doing, and I don't think I need that much of anything crazy for a PC that's meant just for streaming like this, like right now. I know the gaming thing would be a little different, but for this, I don't think I need that. It needs to be that crazy. So I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out and see what I'm gonna do here. Let me use my tweezers, man. This is these little things tiny. Gotta cut this right there. Let's get this here. Hold on, let me turn this around. But yeah, this stuff takes a little bit of time, like when you start getting into it. But it's all well worth it at the end. Like once you get it going, you're like, yeah, we did it. Here, let's get this other little piece from it right here. Hey, but if you guys know anything about the PC stuff for streaming, let me know. So I've been like doing searches like crazy, trying to find out more and more info, and everything just leads to gaming, and I'm like, dang, that's not like I'm trying to be very specific, but it's not coming down. All right, so we're cutting our next strip right here. Yeah, all the way back. Let's see here. I'll check the chat real quick, guys. Let me see here. All right, we'll do it from this side. But yeah, so far I've been enjoying doing these streams. They've been fun. I feel like they've been keeping me on point as far as like working, especially like on this Corvair. It's putting me on the spot for sure. Like if I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be working on this, then it's definitely doing that. It's putting me on the spot because I have to, continue the series. I don't. I guess it's a series, and just finish it because yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of whack if I don't finish it. I gotta do it up. So we just need to cut another little piece for that right there. So this we'll save this. We use this for later. That'll come in a little handy a little later. Yeah, let's use this other part since it's like maybe a little smaller. Like right there. Yeah, the other day I went on. I have a Twitch. We have a Twitch account too for ScaleRiders, and I've been going in there just kind of seeing what's going down in there, and like there's nothing correlated at all. Like as far as models, I was like, dang, there's like nothing. Um, I've been following some accounts. I mean, I think most of the people I was following are like Warhammer, miniature, tabletop game, Gundam, all that stuff. And I've been watching them just to see like what they're doing and stuff like that. But as far as car stuff, there's none of that, dude. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna lay another little piece here for backup because I kind of see a little bit of silver right there. So I'm just gonna lay in a little piece Another little strip here. Get some insurance right there. All right, that's it. This side is done. Save this strip. Now we're gonna fill in the other one. I'm gonna see how fast I can get it now, because let's see right here, guys. Hope that'll mess up. Bam. But yeah, so far, I mean, I've been using YouTube for a minute, but I'm starting to feel comfortable with the live streams right here. You know what? I'm gonna start it like, instead of back here, I'm gonna start like, let's see. Let's start it right here, and then I'll fill that in, that little piece, because I got little strips. So now we're just overlaying the from the first tape. We're just over, like, not next to it, but like a little bit over it, right there. Yeah, I've never streamed on Facebook. I've never done that one like live, so I don't know. I don't know how that'd be. Maybe I will one day in the future. We'll see. The same with the podcast. I've never streamed live the podcast from there. I know there's some apps where you could do like multi streaming. I've never used them, so I don't know. But I feel like I need that PC for all that, to run like OBS and all these other, whatever other software is needed. All right, so let me cut this little piece right here. There's like a tiny little corner piece I need to cut up right there. There we go, guys. Bam. All right. So I got to fill in that piece and like this tiny little piece right there you can see of silver. So here, let's get this little strip right here. Here, let's eyeball it. Okay. Damn, my hat hit the camera. It's like shaking. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, so this front part's covered. Now we need to cut that little piece in that back. Let's cut this little piece. This is where the tweezers always come in handy. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna put my hat backwards. I keep looking down and it keeps hitting the camera. All right. I feel like I need to use my finger. Hold on. To like hold it down. There we go. It's right on there. You don't see silver anymore. All right, so we just need to cover up that strip right there. So let's jump in. Let's jump in right here. Yeah, so whenever I'm done with the streams, all these videos are saved, but you gotta check the um the live folder or section, because it won't show up on just the regular section for videos. It would just be categorized more in the live. And I do have a playlist too, so I when I'm done, I get in there and I put it in the playlist. So this way everything's in order right there, from the newest to the oldest videos. So here's the end of the silver right there, and we're just gonna cover that up right there. Now we get to cut that piece of tape. All right, so everything right there is already covered. Like I said, we had these extra little pieces right here. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. We're gonna pull these out right here a little bit, like that, and we're gonna get your little scissors right here. the curved part against the car right here. Right there. Yeah, that's good right there. Nothing crazy. Now let's do the other side right here. Let's pull these out. So yeah, definitely you also need tweezers. I didn't mention that in the beginning, but tweezers come in handy. I like using these. These are God hand tweezers, and they have the flat tip at the top instead of the pointy. I go for the. I use both, but um, with this kind of a job, I always like to go with that one. Um, let me see here. All right, cool. Let me clean up this thing. Okay, cool. Let me see. Yeah, so as far as color, it's gonna most likely be in like pink. I've been thinking about like a pink candy, and so since this will be flaked and this won't be flaked, it's gonna with the pink, it's gonna be like different textures. Hey, what up, Modelcars 1589? But I'm also gonna be like leaving some parts lighter and some parts a little darker as well, and that's gonna be something I'm gonna play with later. All right, so the front end's already right there. This is backmasked right there. Look, it almost looks like from this far like it's all just one piece, right? Like I just like I had a measure and like, but nah, dude. You guys saw. I had to put a bunch of little. There you go. There's all the little strips in there, and then this side. So the front's done. Now the back. Now let's cut this out. Let's take out this right here, right there. Yo, what up, Gonzo? What up, man? I had a friend that we called Gonzo growing up too. You just reminded me of him right now. That's dope. All right, all right. So let me pull this back a little bit, guys, just so we expose the tape right there. Bam. We're gonna cut this off. Let me flip ah, these right here. This. Okay. Okay. Good deal. There we go. And the rear. It's ready right there. Trying to think what else. That should not be flaked. Maybe that license plate holder shouldn't flake that either. Because all this stuff's gonna be flaked right there. The bumper, everything. Oh yeah. So check out these rear tail lights, right? These are the OG ones, right? Um, been thinking about. I don't know. I don't know if I should do it to this one or wait for another build, but I had ordered these parts that finally came in. And let's see, let me break them out right here. I think it's gonna be like a 3.5. Here's one right here. And then let me see if I have another 3.5 so I can show you the different setups. Right here, 3.5. All right, let's see, guys. Let me see. So check this out. This is HIQ parts. SP plate number 2. And let's see. Check it out. So this type of ring, it's machined. It looks pretty similar to something you can use either like on a 64 Impala, like the rear. These are used for something else, like on the Gundams, like a thruster or something. Let me see how if I could zoom in. Oh, my camera, let me see. There we go. Oh, even better. Check it out. Look at that. Pack of 3. With 2 of these, you could easily cut out like the original, like from a 64. Use these and then just put the centerpiece on there, the red part, and they're already machined, right? So there's this one, and I kind of was thinking, man, I wonder if like this size would be the size that can take over that, you know? I'll show you the card back again. Just zoomed in. This is another one. This is HD plate, HIQ parts. But look at this one. This one has more of a shape right there. And this one looks like can be used for the rear, but if you use I have this the biggest one I have is a 5. You get the 5. 5 is huge. You only get 2 of them for the 5. And the smaller size, this is a 3.5, you get 3. But let's compare them. Look at the size difference. This will look cool on a like as headlights on a custom, I think. Maybe like on a Merc or something. Like, and then it has those like some little cuts right there. I don't know what you call that, but yeah, this is something else. I only ordered, I think like on this one I only ordered like one. On this one I think I got 2 because I wanted to see the sizes, and also this is a product that I'm gonna start selling on my online store. I'm gonna start carrying these. So later for August, I'm gonna start carrying them. And this one too. I'm gonna start getting these in different sizes. I don't know if I got a 5 in this one just to kind of. Oh yeah, let me show you the 5. The 5 only it's only a 2-pack. Look at the 5s right there. Pretty interesting. I'm gonna see about getting the that inside like the center parts for them too, because I know they do sell them too. I've seen some, but I don't know if they do the traditional, colors, like especially the red. But these would be interesting. I mean, this is just another option. And when I went to Japan the first time back at the end of 2017, I remember seeing these in one of the aisles. These were just like on the rack right there, and I was walking by and I told Armando, "Oh, check it out. You could even use these maybe like on a 65 Impala." But the thing about the 65, they're a bit more slanted, and he was like, "Oh wow," and I was like, "Damn, these are cool." I didn't even I don't know. I could have bought some, but I didn't. I just saw them and that was it. But my distributor carries started carrying these, and I remembered, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna order some. I had ordered this one a while back. Oh, thank you, bro. Dang, thank you for that, bro. Oh yeah, shout outs to George Wattis right there. Damn, bro, he hooked it up. Um, this one right here, check it out. Look how tiny these are. This is a 1 millimeter, and I was like, wait, what? Come on, that thing's tiny. And then look at this tiny little thing, and this big old monster. Crazy. But this could be interior right here for the console right there. Dang. But let's see. He writes, "Don't get high on your own supply. Just kidding. Do you catch yourself opening up your own products every so often? Would be hard to would be hard not to do. You know what, man? You're right about that. About don't get high on your own supply. Trust me. Like when I had started getting products in, right? It's exciting opening the stuff and seeing like a bunch of it. But a lot of stuff I already had it already before I was getting it in. Just because I was going crazy like buying tools back then, and it was just one of those things that eventually, like over time, I started to like the excitement. Not that it died out, but it was just like, all right, cool. If anything, I get excited when it's something new that I've never gotten before, that I've never even used or anything. So a lot of the times, what I do is I'll order like one item to test it out, see what's up, and if I like it, and if I see like, yo, this is dope, this has potential or whatever, I'll start carrying it after that. I'll start ordering more parts of it, And a lot of times, like I'll continue using the tool to showcase it, you know, and because I do want to like the stuff I carry, I do want to use it as well, like to be able to know, like, yo, like this is a dope tool, stuff like that. But the kits, that's the thing with the kits. When I see them, I'm not like, oh, I'm keeping this. Nah, that's like, all right, this is for the store, you know, because it takes me a long time. It takes me a while to like build a kit, finish a kit, you know. I kind of want to see other people like doing those. So, but it's funny, man. It's funny you say that right there. And I used to listen to interviews with other owners of model shops, and they used to say kind of the same thing. That sometimes when they're like pulling stuff out of the boxes, they see models and they're like, "Oh man, like I'm gonna put this one aside," and then later they realize, you know what, I'm gonna put it back because I'm not even building that at all right now. It's pretty funny. Let's see. I'm gonna get the alligator clips right here, guys. So you get these ones prepped right here. Yeah, but thank you, bro. Thank you for hooking it up right there on that. Let's see, break this out too. Yeah, I think right now things are kind of shifting. Like, um, I feel like my store's pretty fully stocked right now. If anything, just restocking on things or whatever. But I feel like right now the focus is gonna be more. It's shifting a little where I need to upgrade a lot of the stuff here if I'm gonna continue doing more videos, you know, and going live. I definitely need a new table, like a new desk. Um, I need something like that that's bigger. I'm gonna position in a different area in my space here in the garage, so this way I could set up different lights. I want to get better lighting. I'm happy with this lighting like right now. Like this is cool, but I want to get something definitely brighter for sure. And let me see, I'm making. So this is what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm making. I don't know. I guess I was gonna say squares, but they kind of not gonna look like squares. And then this clip's gonna bite it. Click like this. I'm gonna see how well it does. If it holds it good. If not, I'm gonna have to think of something else. Then I'm gonna like insert it and kind of. Oh wait, let me do it like this better. Let's see if it holds. It still feels kind of, because when the air hits it, it's gonna probably move it. Here, let me see. Me might need another little piece. How do I do it? I think was it like this. Yeah, so it's kind of tricky because it's grabbing it, but it's limited and it's still gonna move. Even that's not gonna make a difference. It's still loose. Let me see. Bam. I know, right? That probably wouldn't be a bad idea, bro. Yeah, this is all I have right now. We'll just roll with it like that. We'll see what happens. But I don't think it's gonna like fall anything crazy. Okay. All right, cool. So these are ready. Body's ready. This, I need to put this on a wand. Let me get the wand, the wizard wand. Dang, right here. There, done. Won't fall now. Already had the tape, I think, from the last time. Already set. So we got these. Oh yeah, there. I gotta put this on a stand too. Dang, Mom, I'm slipping, man. I'm forgetting. Forgetting. Let's see. All right, cool. All right, let's see how I'm gonna do this. this one. Here, I'm probably gonna just bite it like this. Yeah, this is fine. It's holding it pretty good. So this would be the way for this one. And so we got these parts. Now let me just put the body on a stand. This one right here, we're gonna flake it. Okay. And what else? Here, I'm gonna cut 2 pieces of tape. I think 1 piece would have done it, but yeah, I'm not wasting tape. It's all good. So I'm gonna put it from the inside. Gonna see if I could. I don't know if the camera's gonna get it, but using tweezers. Push this down. There we go. Now you guys probably can't see, but I'm gonna show you right now. So I put here. I put a piece of tape in there to hold the stand and the body. Right there. And I'm gonna do the same on this side. Because this is what happens if you don't secure it. It moves around. So you want to put some tape. It could be Tamiya tape too, the little yellow one. Oh yeah, so real quick, now that I said that, let me bust out this tape just so I could tell you guys something about the Tamiya tape. Okay. Let me just make sure it's lined up. All right, that's good. Nothing's gonna happen. All right, so I'm using House of Color paint, urethane, a metal flake. You know, so with these kind of products, you definitely want to use, you know, custom automotive tapes like this. Tamiya tape, you know, this is really thin. It does the job for lacquers, acrylics, masking, things like that. It's thin though, you know. Let me see. Like it's a really thin tape, and I mean you could lay down tape lines and do everything. But what the thing is, if you're using this kind of paint, automotive paint, you know, you're layering over, even though it dries matte and everything. But a lot of the times when you're doing custom work, this kind of tape, if you're getting solvents, they tend to slide underneath and they get into the area that you're trying to cover up and not get any paint on. So that's the only dangers of using this kind of tape for custom stuff. If you're painting with urethanes, you know. If you're doing lacquers, you know, I don't think it's gonna be that crazy unless if you know you blast it. But I think if you're airbrushing or things like that, you're gonna be fine. Um, with this paint, you know, I first layered the first line on top and then the bottom, and then I filled it in. What happens is those first layers that I put around it, it's almost like a fence. Like I put my fence around, nothing's gonna get in, nothing's gonna slip in. I already pressed it down. It's all there. Like nothing to worry about right there. Like things are gonna be good. I feel better because I've had that happen, where I painted something and then when I started taking off my tape, I noticed that uh, paint and material it did get inside where it wasn't supposed to, and I was like, dang, like it just kind of just jacked up the whole thing right there. So let me put some stuff away real quick before I get started. Over here, I gotta get my mask as well, because I'm gonna be spraying the urethane, and I don't want to I don't want to be breathing that stuff in. You know, I gotta be careful with that right there. So let's see. I'm gonna get all that stuff there. Get my gloves. How are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? Chilling out or working on anything? Get the gloves right here. Let me unplug and plug in the. Ah, there we go. Put this in here now. Damn. All right, cool. Yeah, I have a little fan going on in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Probably not. I hope not. I have the noise cancellation on this mic that I'm wearing, so I'm not sure if it's picking that up or not. Let me turn on the compressor now. Yeah, so like I was saying, guys, Monday I'm planning on going to this computer place, look at computers and everything. Um, if if things look good, promising, like you know what, maybe I should buy one of these. I might take the plunge and buy something, but we'll see. I mean, a lot of times I like doing my research. I like waiting. Even if I drive all the way over there and nothing happens and I got to drive away with nothing, it's all good. Like, at least I'll probably come home with a better idea because, you know, it is one of those things that you make this purchase and it's going to, you know, it's not like you're just going to return like, oh, I didn't like it, you know? Nah, it's going to be like a serious kind of purchase. Hmm. So we'll see what's up. All right. So I just finished the coffee. That's good. We cover up these tape boxes. Okay. All right, dudes. We're gonna get started right now. Let's see. Dang. Let me move the compressor over here. I might have to move the camera. We'll see right now. Might be a little bit of shaking going on, but let me transfer it over here real quick. Let me see. I wonder if I'm gonna try to get a cool little angle for you guys, but I might have to turn off this light. I'm gonna unplug it from the stand here. So we're gonna get rocking and rolling. I'm just trying to see how much of an angle I could get you guys right here. Let me see. All right, how's that? Yeah, I think this looks kind of cool. Let's see. Let's turn this on. Okay. I think this will work. This angle. Okay, so let me glove up. Let me get my mask too. Let me see. All right. So right off the bat, when I shoot this flake, I'm not gonna start with the body. I'm gonna start with the small parts, and then after that, I'll jump into the body. I'll throw that in and start doing that. Back then, I used to keep like a black T-shirt around, right? Like an old one. So this way, since the metal flake is at platinum plus, when I would like agitate it, I would shoot it onto the shirt so I could see it visually, right? And then from there, I start what do you call it? I would end up doing the rest of, and if it would clog up, I would use a shirt. I don't have one with me. Um, I think I tossed that one. So I think I'm just gonna get a. I'm gonna end up using a shop towel, just the blue one that I have laying around right here in the roll. But man, I should have thought about this earlier of getting a black piece of cloth to use because it will definitely come in handy right there. So I'm just gonna use this one, the sharp cloth, right now. So let me. I'm gonna put on the mask right now. It's gonna probably be hard to hear me, but I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring in the flake into the little bottle. Um, but you guys just tune in, just relax, tune in, and sit back. Hope you enjoy the thing right here. I'm hoping everything works out great, but we'll find out right now. All right, let me throw this on. All right, we're gonna get some of this flake out. Damn. Let's see. I already shook it up. I'm gonna use this pipette. I like using the pipettes because it keeps it cleaner. I don't really make that much of a mess tossing all this out. All right, that's it. So I'll save this for future, for another. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna, this is lacquer thinner that's in here. I'll take off this little piece of tape. All right. Look at that. Nice and wet. So let's get the thinner out. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, look. You guys see that? Okay. I gotta keep shaking it. Next one. Look at that. All right, here we go. Ready? All right, real quick. No flake. You need to pour a little more. Hold on. So when this happens, you clog it. Hold on. I got a little stuck there for a bit. Let's see. More metal flake. I'm not gonna stop there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna bury it, man. All right. Let me pour some more. I'm gonna pour a little more. I need more flake. Are you guys enjoying this so far? You guys probably can't hear me. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm almost done. This is a Tropical Glitz Flake, bro. When I get done right now, I'll give you more info on it. But let's see. Putting this back on. I needed to add more, bro. It was like I ran through it kind of quick right there. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Now I gotta clean the airbrush, lacquer thinner, blow out whatever remaining clear. Not clear flake. Look at that. Gotta get rid of that. Or else it dries in there. See, there's a bunch still stuck in it. That's why you gotta kind of clean it. Whew. It's all good. I think that's it. Yeah, look at my glove. All right. All right, let's review real quick. Let's see. Now, I'll get it under the yellow light because right now you can't even tell. Let's see. All right, let's do this light. Hold on. Whoa. What's that part? Let's check the body. All right, look at that right there. Boom. Look at this, bro. Damn. Man, I feel like
Michael Jackson right now with his glove. Nah, let me take this off. All right. Damn, it smells in here like paint fumes. All right, I'm gonna move the camera back to the bench right over here next door, and we'll see what we did, guys. Dang, we're back. All right, all right. Let me see. I gotta put the mask real quick in a bag before it gets contaminated with the elements. Then I gotta open up my I gotta open up the door, man, because it smells in here. Let me turn on my fan. Hold on, guys, real quick. Woo. Damn, it stinks. Um, yeah, always wear a mask, guys. I'll bust out the mask in a bit. But let me open up the door right here real quick. It's, oh, it's nice and fresh outside, but it stinks in here like paint. Let me bust out the interior right there. There's the body right there. And I'll show you guys the rest of the parts. We'll go over them right now. Let me know how it was, like the sound or anything. I'm gonna review the video later, but I'm just kind of curious to see how well it did, as far as like the sound and all that good stuff. Let me see if I could attach my light back onto the camera. Hold on, guys. Sorry for the shaking. Whew. Now we got some light. Let's see. Hey, what up, Luis? It's funny you're mentioning that movie right now, The Bad Guys, because I saw a bus promoting that today, and I did see that it was like August 1st. Um, let me see. All right, so just trying to gather up all this stuff right here so I can show you guys. And let me bring this back over here. All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that, by the way. Bring this back. Here, let me move this out of the way. Keep the fans going. I got like 2 fans right now. All right, guys. So I feel good that we accomplished something so far. All right, so let's check it out. I think I'm situated. Okay, cool. Let me kill the fan. All right, so we're back now. Let's take a look at the body. So we have the metal flake right here applied. And right now, I mean, it's not really doing it too much justice because it's not clear coated yet. I still need to bury this with clear. All right here. Let me see how close we can get with the camera. But there's definitely metal flake on this right here on the rear, the texture. And it's pretty forgiving. You could lay a lot of layers of flake and it's gonna look somewhat uniformed. And the sides right there. And let's see. So there's that. Let's look at the interior. The interior. What up, Jamie G? What's up, man? Then we got all this right here. It's been flaked already. Right there. Primary focus is going to be the center part and then that part, right? Then we got the front console, just the top of the console. I got flaked at the top. And then now the seats. This is like these are the like the two little bucket seats. They're gonna be sitting like this on the model. And then that's gonna be the back end that got flaked, and that's gonna be painted. So these are gonna be, going in there. Psh, psh. Both of them got flaked. I'm just imagining like it's like a hard shell on these two seats, you know, and yeah, that's the bottom part. I don't really care for that. You're not gonna see that. Boom. So this right here, I'm gonna let it dry like overnight. Um, I probably won't work on this until maybe the weekend. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what's up. But if I wanted to paint, I could already paint tomorrow, or even like if I wanted to wait 2 hours, I could already paint. This stuff dries like pretty fast. But rule of thumb, I always like to just wait like the next day or two. Um, look at how much flake we were left with. Just a small little amount of flake. We still have flake in this bottle, the big mouth bottle, just like a tiny bit. Let me see if I could possibly get some out. Let's see here. Might have to fix the camera now because it's back to its original angle because I really like the way I had that angle before we jumped on there. But let me see if I could kind of do this real quick. Rearrange the disc. All right. But yeah, regarding Metal Flake, I mean, I haven't seen anybody showcasing it in 124 scale or 125th. You know, um, this stuff that I'm sharing with you guys, like right here, all this stuff, not a lot of people are gonna show you this. Armando Flores showed me all this, so I'm sharing with you what he's shared with me. And he's always wanted to elevate the hobby. He wants people to learn and do stuff. I know he will come on later to do demos and stuff whenever me and him link up together. That's something that's going to be awesome when the time comes. And he's always helping out modelers. He's helped me a lot. He's helped out a lot of people, and he just wants to continue, pushing people forward with their builds. This here is very something very universal. Metal flake can be done, lowriders, custom cars, JDM cars, pretty much anything. You could definitely customize, So so that's something that he taught me, and I'm just kind of, you know, going forward with it, with the stuff he showed me. So this is the airbrush that we used for this application. I already told you guys you could find the airbrush Harbor Freight Tools right here. I do not know the size, but I know it's big enough to shoot the flake that we were just shooting. As far as the setup, like all this other stuff, you gotta get. I'm using a whole Iwata setup, but as far as like all these little attachments, I do have them on my online store because you will need for sure this attachment right here to attach onto this. And this is just a quick disconnect that I also carry, but it depends. A quick disconnect is going to depend on what kind of airbrush you have. Let's say if you don't have this or not, but you just want to hook up the pure hose this onto this, you can. But like I said, you're going to need this component right here because that will fit it right there. This will be too big if you plug it into the original. Here, let me unscrew this because I put Teflon. Oh shoot, I almost dropped that. But I'll show you guys real quick. Let me just take off this little Teflon. Let me show you how small this thing is, dude. It's tiny. Let me see. Okay, there we go. You know what happens. All right, look how small that is. Like you go to Harbor Freight, you buy this one for $12, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna try this out. I want a flake. Um, you're gonna need this. You're gonna need one of these, and you're gonna need this piece right here to make it happen. Um, because like I said, like this airbrush, any hose, this is like a standard size hose, you know. I know that it does come with a small little hose, but trust me, that one's not gonna do the job. You're gonna need a regular size hose. Here, let me unscrew it. Oh, you know what? Let me turn off the compressor. The hell? Let me get the air out. Hold on. Let's see if you guys can hear it. Let me go faster. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I really want you guys to see and show you guys what I'm talking about, because I don't want you guys to have any surprises and like feel like, oh man, I just spent some money and like, you know, let's see here. So check it out. So if you buy this and you have your regular hose and you're gonna hook it up, you're gonna be like, whoa, what the heck? It's too small. This thing's big. So you're gonna need this part right here. So then you attach it to this. And then now you can go directly, if you have this kind of setup, and you could just go, you could just, you know, attach the bottle on here, take off the red cap. If it comes with the red cap, I bought these and I just toss them in there. And you're ready to go. Kind of what I just did, you know, earlier. Um, but yeah, you do need that piece. The thing about this airbrush, if it does get clogged, you could, you know, there's just toss it out and buy a new one basically, you know, because you don't want to waste too much time trying to like revive it. It could be a hassle, you know. Um, when I see them, I mean, I have two of them. When I see them, I buy them here and there just to have in case if I ever need it. But these are the same ones I've been rocking with this one, the other one for like the last, I don't know, man, like 6 years, 7 years now, and they've been working fine. But that's what I like about the quick disconnect. I could just pop that in, take it off, put the next airbrush, and I'm good to go. This little part comes off. It's just straight plastic right here. But it's a trip, that little, it makes it work, man. But yeah, the flake, it's a .004 size flake that I'm using by Tropical Glitz. If you watch the previous video before this one, that right now that I'm doing, um, it's gonna show it in there. I have the bottle in there. So let's see. Let me set this stuff aside now. So yeah, now that I flake like something like this, I just put it away back in the booth and I store it in there. Um, I'm not really too worried about things falling on it or whatever because it stays good in the booth. The same with all these parts. I just keep them in there. Um, they're good to go for later. And this stuff's very forgiving, dude. I swear, like the House of Color stuff is awesome. So this will now be put away in here. Man, I'm happy. I'm happy we got to do this. You know, I feel like there was some progression with the build. You know, regarding like chopping up the tape, laying down the flake. I hope you guys learned something from this recording, from this live session. If you missed the beginning, don't worry. You'll be able to, like, when I'm done, go back and revisit it and see it. If you have any friends or anybody who wants to learn about metal flake on this scale, you could definitely refer them to this video. You know, um, that'll be that'll be nice of you and helpful for someone that wants to learn. Let me see if I could adjust this camera one more time. Sorry, guys. See, this is why I want to get that rig. I want to get a whole cool, dope setup. So this way I don't have to be like constantly moving the stand and all. Let me go on the chat real quick with you guys and see what's up. If you guys had any questions or anything. Let me see. Yeah, so Steve Courtney. Let's see. He said the 4 looks smaller than the point 0.4. Yeah, so the one that I have, I believe it's a 0.004 is the one I use. Let's see. Thank you, Luis. Thank you for the compliment right there. And then let's see. Oh yeah, hey Jamie and Steve. I know you guys right now mentioned Fast Jimmy. Yeah, man. Shout outs to Fast Jimmy. It's crazy, man. I saw that video as well. I saw that video like right after the podcast I had done on Tuesday night. So when when it was Tuesday, when I was before I was gonna go live, I saw he posted a video, and I was like, oh, dope. You know, he posted a video. I'm gonna check him out and see what's up. And then I ended up, doing the recording. When I was done doing the podcast recording, I went back and I started to like see his video as I'm like putting everything away. And dude, I was like, it was a sad video, man. I was like, oh man. I left him a comment. I wanted to show him some love and support. It sucks, that he's going through that. It was something sad to see. And you know I remember like when I had just started getting on like building back model, like again getting back into it. This was like 20, I had to be like 2015. And I remember I was subscribed to his channel and also Dr. Cranky and a couple other people. But I would be watching his channels all the time. But during that time, I didn't really know anybody. I didn't go to any model shows. I didn't know anybody. So I was just kind of kicking it, And next thing you know, it was like I started learning from him, like from his videos, all the stuff he was like putting out. I was like, yo, like this is dope. He's kicking down a lot of knowledge and everything. So I followed him through the years, of building and everything. And eventually, I started to kind of branch off, meeting friends and going to shows and stuff. And I wasn't as much active on YouTube, like watching. Like I don't even know if I was even making videos yet, until later I started like doing that. But then I stopped seeing videos. I wasn't really seeing many videos from him or Dr. Cranky and stuff. So I kind of like tuned out for a bit from watching like YouTube stuff for a while. And I didn't really know what was going on, I kind of just stepped away. Um but yeah, man, like when I started to see more videos of him coming out, it was like from like past, like post pandemic, like past 2020 going forward and stuff. But then it was just like not that many vids anymore. So I always wondered, like, man, I wonder whatever happened to him and everything. When I saw that video drop, I was like, oh man, like, um, do you guys like talk to him? Do you guys know him like personally? I've never met him. I've never met him and stuff. Um, yeah, it'd be nice to like chop it up with them. I would like to meet him. Or even just to say what's up. But yeah, I dropped him a comment on there. And I was like, dang, I feel bad for him. But I hope he takes care of himself and stuff. And hopefully I would wish that, even though like he said he's not building and he can't and stuff like that, but like I feel like skill model building is in his blood. He's been doing it for so long. I still I hope that like even if he doesn't build, that he would still be like an advocate for it. Like just kind of you know, I don't know, somehow be connected to the scene, because he did inspire a lot of people. He did like teach a lot of people stuff, and he was doing it for a long time. I looked at one of his older videos, like I went back and I think it says something like, man, I think it was like 14 years ago or 17 years ago. And I was like, dang, he's been doing like hella videos for so long. But shout outs to him, man. Much love to Fast Jimmy. Check out his YouTube channel, guys, if you guys have not. He's if you check my community post comments, I posted a link to one of his videos from earlier as well. So if you guys want to check that out and then peep his channel. Hey, what up, Lee Crow Customs? What's up, man? Yeah, I just got done flaking the Corvair. Let me see, Lee. I'll show you real quick. I don't know if you got to see it, but it's right here. Check it out. We got this car flaked up. Now all we got to do is you know, do the rest. You know what? Shit. Let me see if I can do this or not. Why not? Let's do it right now that I have you guys in right here. It's almost gonna be midnight. I think we're getting close to 2 hours, which is fine. But check it out, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get in position right here. We're gonna start to take off this tape. You guys see what I'm doing? All right. So we're gonna take off these little bits of tape. I'm gonna take them all off. I ended up shooting this Tropical Glitz Flake, and I used the SG100 from House of Color and reducer. But look, I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. This close up. Let me see if how much I can zoom in of what we did. Look at the difference. Right there, what we backmasked, what wasn't flaked, and versus what was flaked. Let me get this other piece out right there. See the difference right there? So now you're gonna get two textures. Like when I shoot like the candy, there's gonna be two textures right there. Oh man, I really love the way this looks right now as I'm peeling this right here. Look at that. Dang. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Eat a friend. All right, let's do the other part. Yeah, let me pull it away going up, as you can see. Right here. Bam. All right. So we got that one. And then let's do the other side. Ooh, look at the top right there. All right. So I'm gonna explain something too when I get done right now regarding the flake right here. As I'm pulling this back, look at the bottom. You see that line being exposed right there? That's the SG100. That's the material that's like, ooh, look at that. Yeah. I like how it's there. There we go. Man, check this out. Let's see this little strip of tape. That's just a little bit of flake right there. Flake. All right, cool. So these strips are gonna go in the trash right here. Okay. So let me see how much I could get in right there. So we have Orion Silver Max, and like when you see it like this, you see that like there's like it looks like there's a transition, right? You have flake and then there's like no flake. But as you tilt it, you start to see from the top, and now you start to see like a little border right here, right? All along. Right there. Look at the back. Notice it more. So right now you don't touch it. You leave it alone. You're gonna let this dry, right? Overnight. What it is it's like flake that's like standing up. It's in different positions, right? And when you're gonna clear coat the car, before you start to clear coat, you're gonna be able to like touch that area because it's gonna be dry and kind of rub your finger like going up like towards it, or even if you put it upside down like this, you could go down. You could use even like a high grit, like a polishing pad. I'm talking about something like let me see here. If I have it here or not. I think I put it away. Yeah, I don't have it here. I think I put those away. Like a God hand polishing pad, like a 10,000, 8,000, something really fine, right? You're gonna start to sand going up, like really lightly. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna start knocking down that that little um that little section. You start knocking that down. It gives it a little bit more smoothness. This way, when you clear coat the car, um, when you rub your finger, there's not much of a step, is what is people refer to. Because right now there's a step right here. If you get your finger and you rub across, you're gonna feel like that little step right there sticking out. So see, you could even just visually see it right there, dude. That step, bam. And we got to get rid of that, you know. So that's something we're gonna do later on the next one, you know. Um, we're gonna all right on, dude. Yeah. So that's another thing because I did make that mistake where I clear coated a car and I was like, oh dang, and people were telling me you gotta like re-clear that to bury it, like pour hella clear. That's gotta be like a smooth transition. And I was like, dang. And someone else told me, yeah, you need to like knock down that area a little bit more, you know. So yeah, this is where we're at right now. So let me put this aside back again. So there's that right there. Um, trying to think of what else I can show you guys. So where are we right now? Let's see. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Keep me posted. If you have any questions regarding the build, um, let me see. Oh yeah, there's this book I got the other day. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. I'll flip through it. I was so excited that I got this book. You know what? Hopefully it doesn't like. Check this out. Sci-fi FAQ. This is by AK Interactive, right? And I was like, dang. Yeah, man, check it out, Lee. Any questions, let me know. But yeah, we did it up. So I got this book because I want to learn how to, later I'm gonna want to do like weathering stuff like that, right? But this book is thick, dude. It's like a I don't know, man, like a Bible or something, right? But let's see here. Let me show you real quick. Later, I'm gonna have to do like a video. All right, man. Good night, bro. Thank you for tuning in. So there's the table of contents, like choose your sci-fi, how to approach the basic build, what we need to paint, painting techniques, all that good stuff. Um, but I was like flipping through the whole book, well, part of the book. Let me see. There's just so much cool stuff. But this is a part I really really liked. Let me see the tool stuff. All right, here we go. Starts to break it down, like all the different tools, the different bits. Some stuff I have, some stuff I don't have, and it made me more like be like, oh dang, I need to get that. I need to try that. You know, there's a lot of cool things in this book. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do a stream of just showcasing this whole book because there is a lot of neat things and techniques and whatnot that it goes to show. But and a lot of materials, a lot of things that to me I'm like, yo, I need to get my hands on like wires and different material things, you know. Um, I know AK Interactive even does these kind of like they look like copper wires. Look at this wiring on this Mad DeLorean, the Back to the Future car. You know what? Let me turn off this light. I'm getting hella glare. Let's see it. Let's see if it shows it better. Look at that. That's dope. It's just a lot of cool things to look at here. Yeah, I want to try to build me one of these for sure. I've never done one. All this wiring, all this stuff, man. I don't know. It's piquing my interest right now. I really want to learn this stuff because I'll be able to cross it over with the model builds. I know for the cars stuff. Like I could learn some skills and things with this, and then bring it over to the car side. Oh no way! Right on. Yeah, I gotta switch it up. But yeah, this book's dope. I was like, what? Like, I got this one. And then that was another thing I was learning about the putty, because I don't really use this putty that much. But then I started to learn like a lot of people use it for texturing and stuff, and I was like, shoot. I saw a dude doing a demo with it on YouTube, and I was like, dang. Yeah, look, there's just so much cool stuff to see here. Even if you don't build this kind of stuff and you're more for like the just cars, strictly cars, you're gonna see some cool stuff in here. Like, look at this. Like, all these little bottles, all these paints. There's so many options right now. So many different things to be used with model building. This is a great time right now to be building stuff if you can. Um, Dang, so many cool little robots. I've never seen. There's a lot of these I've never even seen. But yeah, it covers a lot of stuff. Brushes. I gotta read like these articles. You know, this guy. Look him up. He's on YouTube. Lincoln Wright. Dope. Very informative guy. He's also on Instagram too. Check him out. But yeah, Lincoln Wright. This dude's awesome. I've never met him. I hope one day I'll get to interview him. I ordered a couple of his books. He's from Australia. So I went on his website, bought a couple of books of his. This one he did it for AK Interactive, but um I bought a couple of his books. I'm going to end up checking them out, learn some things from there, and then I'm going to reach out to him. I would love to sit down with them through Zoom and do an interview with them and see what's up. Hopefully we could get that going. But all right, guys, I'm gonna be taking off. It's time to go. It's time to turn off the shop and everything. I hope you guys had fun. It was nice having you guys here, and we'll continue on later in the week. I'll be going live and showing you guys other things that are coming forward. So this will be continuing until we get it done. So have a good night, guys. Thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. Hope you guys have a good night. And shout outs to George Juarez as well. All right, man. You guys have a good one. All right. Stay safe. Enjoy your Friday tomorrow. Peace out.